Big Blue Nation. What's oh me, like man, that game was ours, man. That game was ours. And it didn't happen. We just didn't get it done. And those last few possessions, 2 turnovers, 2 hit threes and ones, like that was a recipe of how to lose a ball game. And that's how we lost it. Turnover, throwing the ball the wrong direction, taking a bad shot at the end of the game. Like, I need to know, is this a moment where we just say, okay, Kansas beat us, but we played our butts out? Like, is this one of those games where we actually say that? Is like this hold our head up high because we played our butts off all night long, and for us to lose only by 5 when we do not have our best player, 2 of our best players on the team who don't even play good. I mean, like this is kind of unbelievable, man. Like it really is. Where was Edwards? I know he got his hurt hand, I think in the second half or towards the end of the first half. I know he got his hand hurt. DJ Wagner, a no-show. Like, between those 2 guys, we got 5 points. And that's the 5 points difference that we lost the game by. If those guys just could have made 2 baskets apiece, we could have won that ball game. That was an absolutely no-show. Like we're dependent on these guys to come out and play ball, but they didn't do it. And that's what hurts the most, man, is that we didn't, it just didn't happen. And we were so close to winning this ball game, man. Just so close. You know? We beat ourselves, man. At the end of the game, and you know, at the end of the game, we beat ourselves because the game with 6 minutes left, I think we was 4 minutes left. I think we was up by 6-7 points, and then we just gave up we threw a bad pass. We gave up a 3 because we're trying to go for extra steals and stuff instead of staying on a man. And it bit us in the butt, not once, but twice. That's what hurts the most. Can we take something positive from this ball game? I mean, no one gave us a chance besides Kentucky fans. No one really, no one really gave Kentucky a chance to win this ball game. So I have to say, while I'm hurt that we didn't win the ball game, and that it was there for the taking, I'm one of those guys where I have to say, this is a win for Kentucky, knowing the basketball team that we have to go forward for the rest of the year. We could have laid down. Dickinson had the best game in, I don't know when, for a Kansas player. They had one guy in double figures. They was just big and strong, and our guys never went away. We threw everything we had at them, and we lost by 5 points. When our 2 stars, who could be a first 5, 1 through 5 lottery pick next year, neither one of them played well whatsoever. And those guys, they just played ball. So I have to take my hats off to what those guys did. They know that we could have lost, that we could have won that game. And I hope that this is something that this feeling that they remember for the rest of the year, is that we cannot beat ourselves because Kansas didn't beat us. We gave them the opportunities to actually come out and beat us in this ball game. It wasn't us. And I feel like that we got something that we can build on. If we play like that with no bigs, imagine what we're gonna do when they come back. This hurts, but we're gonna be okay. And I don't want to start. People are gonna start with Cal's a coach. He can't do it, and we can't win the big games, and we can't do this. Look, we should have lost by. If we was gonna lose that game tonight, we should have lost by 20 points tonight, easy. We did everything we had to, man. That was one of those games where even I, as a fan, said to myself, man, I hate that somebody has to lose this ball game because this ball game was good from tip to the beginning. And think about it. We was down 11-3. We didn't go away. Someone said, hey, if we get down by 8 or 9 points in the beginning of the ball game, there's no way Kansas is going to let us back in the ball game. What happened? We got back in the ball game. We got back into it, and we played our butts off. And I'm proud to say that I'm a big Blue Nation fan, and I love my Wildcats because I think moving forward for the rest of the year, I think we got something to truly build on right here. I hope we do too. Yep, I really hope that we do. He did foul all night. I'm surprised. The only thing that I wish we would have did different is I wish once, because 3 or 4 of their players had like 3 fouls. That's the point where we should have just been going at them. Absolutely. In this game, I want to acknowledge Theo, Rob Dillingham. Shepard had 4 steals in the first half. Reeves shot his butt off into what's the name. I got to give a hats off for Burks for coming in and giving Trey some rest. I got to give a thanks to Trey. He battled down there all ball games. Adams is not a big boy. And then when you got to guard Adams and you got to guard what's his name? Dickinson, that's hard. Like, that's really hard to do. And we're going to bounce back. Like, this game it's the number 1 team in the nation. So they're not going to look back and be like, well, Kentucky lost to the number 1 team in the nation. That's a horrible loss. No, we should have won that game, man. Like, I'm hurt. Like, I am really genuinely hurt that we didn't win this ball game because I was just like, I just knew it was going to go down to the rope. I knew it was going to go down to the rope, and we didn't win that ball game, and that broke my heart, man. Like, it really, really did. Yeah, that was a bad shot by Shepard. And you know what? I hope it was a bad shot, but it's a learning. He'd be okay. But I hope people would be able to acknowledge that Reed took a bad shot. And I know Reed, he hit some threes. He had some steals. Reed's going to be okay, man. I'm definitely not going to hold this against him. And if he had that shot back, you can see he was timid when we're coming back down the court when he threw the ball over to what's the name to shoot that last 3. You could tell he's like, hey, I just got to get the ball away. I just want to give him the ball. And because of that, that's kind of what you come up with. But hey, our Wildcats, man, we didn't quit, man. We played ball tonight like we wanted to play ball tonight. We played tonight like we actually really wanted to, be on the court. So hats off to Kentucky tonight, man. The last play of I think so too. That last play of the first half, we gave up at 3. That was crucial, man. Because I think we was in a position to break their soul. Like, we was in a position to do that. And not only do we not get the last shot, we come down and we make a turnover and we give up a 3. We just gave up 3 threes at the wrong time of the game. At the end of the half and towards the end of the game to take the lead and just go away with it. That's what hurts to me, man. And that was a big play. That was a turning play. And those guys, they had their confidence going into halftime. It's like, okay. So they had their wave of fun. Now let's go get ours. That was a great game played tonight, man. And I just hope that our guys can really stick together. I hope they don't get in the locker room. I hope they don't start pointing fingers. I hope they can build together. I hope they can understand the quality of a team that they really have if they really want to play ball together. I think we're gonna have a good club this year. I don't think we're gonna have too much to worry about. And if we play like we did tonight, I don't see why Kentucky cannot. Reeves was 3 of 17 on threes. Was he? He only hit 3 threes tonight? I could have sworn he had more threes than that. Or maybe he had some drives in there, and that's what it was. So, that just, Reeves made some shots when we needed it. Once again, I think we're going to be able to come back and look at this ball game. We actually went, Reeves 3 for 17. I see it right now. I see what, Alden says if we would play wide open in the second half like the first half, I did believe we would win. This guy is going to be good. Wait till we get big guys. I'm proud of these guys tonight. I am too. I am. And if you're proud of how our Wildcats played tonight, can someone just give me a go catch? Because I feel like we have what it takes to be a really good team. This is going to hurt, man. And I know, like all of you guys, we're going to lay in the bed tonight. We're going to get up tomorrow, and we're going to be like, we were supposed to win this ball game tonight. Like this ball game, can't just know they got away with one tonight. But we got a good squad. We got a really good squad. I'm proud of what we did. I'm proud of the momentum that we can get from this. I'm proud. Theo, man. This guy just played with. I don't know what he was on this year. Well, tonight, but he was all over the place. You got to give a shout out to even though Dillingham made a turnover, a couple of turnovers, especially at the end of the ball game. Dillingham. So look, I know it's one game, but we're not talking about trading, bringing Wagner off the bench for Dillingham yet, are we? Are we at that point just yet? Because every single game, it seems like Dillingham comes in and he just gives us a spark. So maybe he's just better coming off the bench with the second team, or just giving us that extra spark when we need it. But Dillingham is that dude, man. He's good. Is he going to be a liability at time? He's going to be a liability at time. But I think with the way he plays ball and with his attitude, he had some passes tonight that, heck, I didn't even see coming. But they was really good. And I think we're in a situation where if we just continue to see I don't see Kansas getting much better, but these cats are going to – yes, I agree with you on that. I mean, they knew if we had a big – like if we had a big on the floor tonight – too bad we can't say what if anymore. The game is over now. Now all we can do is say, oh, we don't even play them next year. So all we can do is say we just got to look forward to next year at the Classics and playing Duke. So I think that makes us 5-8 in the Classics. Got to do better than that, man. We really got to do. If Justin Edwards plays to his normal, we win anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't playing well before he hurt his wrist, but he didn't play well after that too as well. Usually, Wagner is a good. He's a good guy that can drive to the. He's a good penetrator, but tonight he just couldn't get it going. And for him to only have 4 points tonight, and I think 2 of those came from the foul line, that's hard to imagine that we will be sitting here tonight saying that we lost to Kansas, the number 1 team in the nation, with no bigs, only 4 points between the 2 of them, and we lost by 5 points. You got to get excited as a Cat fan for that, man. Like this, I mean, this could still turn up to be a really, really good year for us. I think it's going to really be good for sure. Chris says we have nothing to hang our heads about. We hung with the number 1 team in the nation, minus 3 of our big guys. We are legit. Yeah, we good like that. We are. And if those guys just would have scored 6 points, we win the ball game. That's how close we was. So Kansas can't just go and say that we knocked off Kentucky and we're that much better of a team than Kentucky because they know we wasn't full strength. But hey, one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to make excuses on why we lost the ball game. I just want to say tonight Kansas found a way to capitalize off of our mistakes, and that's why they won the ball game. It wasn't necessarily because they was a much better team than us. It was just when we messed up, they made up for it by going down and converting 3-pointers and getting turnovers, hitting their free throws, and closing out the game. And they're a veteran team for the foremost part. So they know how to close out games. They got Dickerson. They got the other guys, seniors, Adams, even though Adams fouled out. They still are a very, very good ball club. So overall, it's never fun to lose, but we definitely have to see what we can learn from this, go back to the drawing board and just see what we can do to get better, continue to get better. And I hope that the NCAA is watching and realizing that let Z play. Why are you still keeping that kid out from playing college basketball? Get him on the court, man. I hope it's inspires Brad show to see if he can make it back sooner than later. I don't know about Aninso, so we'll have to see about him. But I hope we can get some big guys back here sooner than later. And last 8 minutes, they got a lot of baskets and exactly. Well, they actually got quite a few and one tonight. They actually got quite a few and ones tonight, and that bothered me because that's how they stayed in the ball game. That is exactly how they stayed in the ball game. Jonathan says this team has a shot to do something we ain't done in many years. That they run at a natty, and Kentucky basketball is back, and this is a Coach Cal team. And I think Cal's going to be okay with that. Dickerson got it wrong at the end. Kansas don't have all-time wins. Nope. But they definitely became one game closer. I think, what are we, 4 games ahead of them now to keeping it? So, they're going to, they hungry to get that as well, too. But Kentucky's going to be okay. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. This was a hard loss for us, but it's something that we can build on. And I look forward to seeing what we can do with or without bigs, because as I always say, we want the bigs back as fast as possible. But at the end of the day, next man up, we got to keep going. And we showed that tonight when we threw everything we had at them. And, hey, it just fell in favor of Kansas tonight. So I know it's late on the East Coast time where most of you guys are at. You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I will see you back after the next ball game, and go Cats. I don't see any team going undefeated very long this season. Yeah, Kansas will lose. Once Kansas comes up with a big team that has a big body, they'll lose, because I think they got to go down to the Maui, I think. And one of those teams down there, I'm not sure if they play Tennessee or who, but one of those teams down there might get Kansas. So we have to see how this all goes. But at the end of the day, man, Kentucky's a good club, man. Kentucky is a good ball club, and I think we're going to do some pretty special things tonight for the rest of the year. So once again, I always appreciate you guys coming on, man. And I was really, really hoping with all my heart that we was going to come on here and have a celebration. But we can have a celebration because our Cats did not lay down. They did not quit. They fought to the very end. And if it wasn't for a few mental breakdowns or mistakes that we did ourselves, we win that ball game. And they know that, and they can't wait to get back on the field, on the court, because I feel like they're going to make an example on the next teams that they actually play, because they realize that we got a ball club this year. Go Cats. We fought. Go Cats. Absolutely. We fought tonight. Go Cats.